What's up, guys? DC here. Working out is full of positive. You sleep better, you look better, and you just all around feel better. But as you get stronger, sometimes sticking to the same routine can lead to a plateau in results. So sometimes, guys, you got to change it up. You got to keep that momentum rolling, and you can do that with Fitbod. The app creates personalized workouts for your goals. Your goals, not everybody else's. It's not an umbrella. The Fitbod app will make a personalized program for you specifically. And that workout will be specific to your abilities, your goals, and the gym setup that you have available to you. And guys, it helps to keep track of your progress, keep your results. You can't beat that. The powerful tech helps you understand your training better, and it helps you to look back on past workouts so you can really see where you're building and where you're gaining. And guys, the Fitbod app has over 1,000 exercise demonstration videos. So do your workout, and when you get your workout, if there's something you don't understand, we got an instructional for you so that you can learn. There's no excuses. We got you. So it's never been easier to get the results that you've always wanted. So check out Fitbod and get 25% off of your subscription at fitbod.me/DC. That's FITBOD.me/DC. Come on, guys, let's go. It's time to go to work, save 25% off, get a personalized workout. How can it be better? Come on. Okay, so you guys know how much I love weekends when I'm at the crib. That's what I call it. I'm at the crib. But I figured, let's get together. Because over the course of this week, since I got back from New York City, things have been happening. We saw some truly special things last weekend, but I've discussed them on my post-fight and on DC and RC. But one of the things that stood out to me was, why didn't Tom Aspinall call Jon Jones out? Everybody thought that he missed an opportunity to call him out. I felt it, but I wasn't as sure that he made a mistake, only because we know what's happening. Stipe's fighting Jones. That's the only fight that these two guys want. Jon Jones is not afraid of Tom Aspinall. It's just the only fight these two want. It's a legacy fight. It's fine. So I was okay with Tom not calling his name, even though I felt like if he did, it would have made more of an impact, because he was gracious. He was grateful for the opportunity. He gave his dad the belt. He did so many things right, and it did hit home. But, man, sometimes you got to just hit that biggest name you could think of, and it elevates everything. Chael Sonnen said, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck. Michael Chandler had a great post-fight interview the first time he got to the UFC. We have seen great champions. Habib, let me fight your chicken. Conor McGregor, time and time again, calling his shots. It just resonates. So while I did feel like he might have missed the ball a little bit there, wasn't a big deal. But then we get to midweek, and Tom Aspinall says, hey, I think he should be stripped. I think Jones should be stripped or walk away like everybody else does when they get injured in the way that Jones got injured. So all last week when we were on the build to the fight, I felt like we were going to watch the heavyweight championship fight, because I think Jones and Miocic both may walk away from this thing whenever that fight's over. And if they both did, nothing's wrong with it. If they both said, I've had enough, nothing's wrong with it. These are two of the greatest champions the sport has ever seen. But with that being said, you're going to have to call back to New York and go, that was the heavyweight championship fight. But it will cast a shadow on that night, because we were all told that it was for the interim title. Sure, we've seen interim champions elevated before to becoming the full champ, but it'll always cast a bit of a shadow over him. Jon Jones and Stipe don't need a title. They really don't need a title. People will tap into that fight regardless of if a belt's on the line or not. They're going to watch. But I think finally Tom Aspinall got the memo. He's like, hey, take the belt from him. I'm the heavyweight champion because I'm the guy that's going to continue to defend in this weight class against all these scary guys that are out there. They're young. They're hungry. I'm fighting them. I'm the champ. You know, that was great midweek. Would have been better on fight night, if I'm being completely honest. But he's young. This is all new to him. This guy was thrust into a title opportunity earlier than he expected it to happen. So he may not have had everything ready for when the win, especially for as emphatic as it was, happened inside of Madison Square Garden. So it can be a bit overwhelming when you become the champ. So you don't remember all the things you may have had in mind or practice. But I don't think it was that big a hiccup. But now he's got to continue to hammer that point home. I'm the champion. Because one or two things will happen. He will either be no-sold by Jones and Miocic, or somebody's going to say, to hell with that, I'm going to fight him. And then you're in the best case scenario. Now you hopefully get to fight Stipe to prove that you're not the champion. And if you can beat him, then you get Jones. Now you have parlayed that one fight. I'm sorry, you have parlayed no fights against the two greatest into two fights if you can win. But he's got to be a bit obnoxious and he's got to be annoying to these guys to make them take note, because right now they don't seem to be wanting to come up off that stance that we're fighting each other, and that might be the last time you see us. So while it's a little late, it's still not too late, because he can still make it happen. But he's got to get after it now. He's got to take some cues from his boy Michael Bisping and start to poke. And hopefully they go, man, I want to make this dude shut up. And Stipe, who looked huge, by the way, in Madison Square Garden, goes, you know what? I'm going to put this kid in his place. And I'm going to be holding the interim title when Jones comes back. It's hot up in here. I mean, your boy just got out the sauna. It's a late night. Henry Cejudo. Man, I like the guy. I do. But this dude has never been more wrong. Henry's never been more wrong. I saw something the other day where Henry said Tom Aspinall shouldn't have been as emotional to become the champion. It's not the real belt, the interim champion. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why is it not fair? Because Henry Cejudo became the UFC champion because he's a tremendous athlete and he is just a winner. He's just a winner. But Henry Cejudo was not groomed to be UFC champion. Henry Cejudo was groomed to be the Olympic wrestling champion. And he did that. And when he did that, he cried and he was excited and he was the champ and it felt like he had accomplished the world. That's what Tom Aspinall did. Why? Because it's all he's been trained to do. So while Henry was trained to become the Olympic champ, and when he accomplished that goal, amazing. Even if he would have won something else, and it wasn't as big as the Olympic gold medal, he would have, if he'd have won the world championship the year before, he'd have been crying. Sure, the world championship is real championship, but it's not the Olympic championship. He would have still felt the same because it's all he's known. It's what he's been taught to chase his entire life. So when he accomplished that, he was emotional and overwhelmed. Same for Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall's not a basketball player that turned to fighting. He's not a football player that turned to fighting. He's a kid that fought his whole life. He's around mixed martial arts his entire life. So when he became the champion, interim or not, they're wrapping 12 pounds of gold around his belt, so he got emotional. Henry's wrong. That feels as real to that kid as anything he'll ever experience. That feels as real to him as that Olympic gold medal put around Henry Cejudo's neck back in Beijing. Because it's all he's been known to do is chase it. All he has ever been taught to do is chase that belt. His father quit working to train him to go chase that belt. Does that interim title still weigh 12 pounds? Absolutely. Is that interim title belt still gold? Absolutely. And if there is an interim champion that the belt may be more valuable today than it should, it's that heavyweight title. Again, because Jones and Stipe said they're fighting each other and no one else. Henry's wrong. Friend or not, wrong. Last thing before I let you guys go. Sean Strickland said that Dricus Du Plessis is a harder fight than Khamzat Chimaev. Does he believe that? Do you guys believe that he thinks it's harder to fight Dricus than Khamzat? Because from all we've been told from those training sessions between Sean Strickland and Khamzat Chimaev, we have been told by people in the know or people around those sessions that Khamzat was the guy that got the better of those exchanges. So does Sean Strickland believe that Dricus Du Plessis is really a harder fight? I don't know if I've ever gained more respect for someone over the course of their ascent than I have Dricus Du Plessis, because initially I didn't think he was very good, but he's really good. He's really good. And maybe Sean, who is a lot smarter than people give him credit for, is watching this guy in preparation going, he's tough. He's really tough. But does he believe it's going to be harder than Khamzat? Especially if the stories and the recollection from the people is true. Granted, it was a little bit ago. But I'm telling you, some of the stories that I have heard of these training sessions don't bode well for the champ. Now, this could all be lied, could all be fabricated, could all be made up. I don't know. I'm a guy that was not there. Wasn't in the room. I'm telling you what I've been told from people that were in the room. Sean said it's going to be tough against Dricus. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. And that's hard for me to say, because why does Sean Strickland lie? He never lies. He just he says whatever it is he wants. So maybe he does believe that. I don't know. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's been an interesting week this week. It's been interesting. Little things popping up, but we'll see. And guys, we're on the verge of the last fight show of the year. Crazy. Make sure you watch Austin, though. That's going to be a crazy fight card. Do yourself a favor. Go look right now at the UFC Austin card. It is absolutely bananas. Maybe I shouldn't sauna before I do this next time. Hey, love and appreciate every one of you. Guys, almost 6 million views on the YouTube channel this last month. Unreal. I appreciate and love each and every one of you for the support. I really, really do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Till next time, like, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend that DC's got a YouTube channel and that I'm just coming to you with this type of stuff all the time. And hell, how about this? Next week, I got something really interesting for the people that are going to be in Austin. And then how about a hangout one night? You, me, let's watch a fight. Let's break down something. Let's do something together, me and the fans, where we can just all come together. Get at Luis. Luis is the guy that does this for me. He's my producer now. Let's get at Luis and let's get something figured out for us to do together. All right? Till next time. Peace.